Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday and it's June the 4th. Good morning. Oh, I'm up and I'm ready to do some art. How about you? How about you? Are you up early this morning? It is warm in here. We had a hot day yesterday. I watered my plants twice. I thought I was going to sleep in yesterday morning. That didn't happen. My brother woke me up and wanted to go fishing. So we went fishing. And I had a good time. Who is in here? Hi, Cheryl. Good morning. You're up early. I'm going to finish Cheryl's kitty this morning. Hi, Arlene. Good morning. I did not do much yesterday in my journal. I did find, when we went fishing, I did some fussy cutting, and I found this in a magazine that's probably no longer published. The magazine was called Looking Back. What is your earliest childhood memory? And what was your best friend as a child, and what did you do together? And I'm going to tape this in here, but I see I'm going to have to cut it down a little. Let's just tear it on the fold. And of course, if I tear it, I'll be tearing this pencil, but there's really no getting around it. I guess I could fold it like this, but then I'd have to fold it like that too. That's not going to work. Just ignore me. Hi, Shelley. Good morning. Hi, Cheryl. Been up since 3 a.m. Hi, Deborah. Good morning, Deborah. I have some early birds. I have some early birds. I will not go until 9 o'clock this morning. There's supposedly, hopefully, a video on that 30-day challenge. Sort of a next step in our challenge video. And he scheduled it right when my live was on. So I'm going to cut my live. I usually go until about 9 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But if I go till 7:30, that's 3 hours. So that's what I'm going to do. Look, I'm going to save the point of this pencil and put it there. You can't get around me. Well, I put my glue stick in my travel bag. Every time I have to throw stuff together to go fishing or to do whatever, I never get everything back until I clean all my sacks and everything out. I'm gonna use a little glue out of this. I'm not planning on gluing anything this morning, so we're gonna put this on there. Hold it a sec. Just because I want a pencil there. Oh, it's gonna be, yeah, it'll be like this. It will be a little short. Where's the end of my... It will be a little short stubby pencil. Except now I have to tear off... No, I'm not tearing off that end. I'm tearing off this end, honestly. Is that going to be enough? That's be enough. Cheryl has a question. What's the question mark, Cheryl? Did Big Brother catch any fish? He caught 2 fish. He threw them back. I think he was a little disappointed because the lake at one end of the lake is moss covered. And I said, can't they clean that out? And he didn't respond. He just, I said, if I were them, I'd get a boat and a big rake and pull out some of that moss. And he thinks maybe, well, he didn't say that, I did. Maybe it's food and cover for the fish, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why they're leaving it in there. But the only place he could really fish off of was the dock, which is what he's always fished off of when I've gone with him. But I think he was a little disappointed yesterday. He didn't say anything, but he quit earlier than I thought he would have, because I was tired because I was up late. I was not going to stream yesterday morning. And I'd already posted I wasn't going to stream. I was looking forward to sleeping in. Oh dear. Where's a good place to put this? Over one of those waxy pages. We were talking about using the melted crayon over on the other side of text, and it does blur out your text. It will kind of turn your page a little here, and it blurred out my text, but I kind of like that effect. I'm going to put this here. I kind of like that effect in my journal for, you know, just for fun, you know. This is just my working journal, kind of my day book type thing. And after all of that, no, I'm going to be fine here. I got to make sure I get this tape on the right side. Right. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be fine. It's going to pull off a little of my pencil. Oh, well. Well. So, he was talking about maybe going to another place to fish next time. Their recreation areas that there's a place down in Kansas that he likes to go to. But he says you have to walk about a half mile, and it's a cow pasture. And I'm going, well, are there cows in there? Yes. And I'm going, I don't know. They've always chased me. He said, you'd have to sit in the pickup out in the middle of the field. I'm going, I don't know if I want to do that. So he really hasn't pressed that with me, but I think he would like to have his son or his grandson go with him. And they're busy. I get mad at them. I get mad at them because I think they should be spending more time with him. They're not going to have him forever. You know, Mary understands that. I never knew my grandparents. I never had a chance to get to know I knew my grandmother on my dad's side just a little. Just a little. But my grandparents all died when I was either a baby or a young child. So I never got to know them. I got to know my mother's sisters, which were kind of, you know, my parents had me when had their children when they were older, in their 30s. So my parents, my grandparents, I only got to know my grandmother on my dad's side as a young child. Here's the kitty cat we're going to do for Cheryl. But first, let's just put that in there. Let's look at chat. Hi, Lala Gamma. Oh, Lala and Arlene, thank you for bopping over to Stephanie's place. That was nice of you guys to do that. She's doing some beautiful pouring. I mean, well, she did pouring. I had pouring on my brain. And she wants to switch over and do different types of art. And so she's doing doodles. And she's offering those doodles that she's working on, her coffee cups and what she was working on last night as the template as a download. And she does a good job. She does a good job. I was watching her last night, but then I forgot Becky was on, so I switched over and watched Becky. Hi, Nina. Good morning. Okay, good, Mina. Let's see. Aunt Nancy. Good morning, Nancy. What did Mina say? I missed it. Oh, you refreshed. You could, two people now were asking. It was Care and who was the other person I had a hard time hearing who didn't have her microphone in? Somebody else. I was saying, no, turn up your microphone. I can't hear you. I've got it on loud. It was Care and somebody else who said that they were having sound issues. So I don't know. If you're having a hard time with me, it might be a YouTube thing. Happy Thursday, Lala says. Mina's in the house. Is Mary silent? Not hearing a thing. Mary's never silent. Hi, Craft with Girly. Good morning and welcome, welcome. You're new to me. Glad to have you join us. She's saying, hi, Arlene. Everybody's saying good morning to each other. Brother caught 2 fish, threw them back. He usually throws his fish back. He goes more for the sport. I think he's missing his fishing buddies. I bought me a big straw hat. Let me show you. Let me show you. I went to Walmart the other day when I had to go shopping. I bought me a big straw hat. And I told my brother yesterday when I was running around getting ready, I said, I put that hat on my head and it didn't fit because my clip was and so I said I have to figure out how to put my hair back without the clip was getting in the way. No matter if I put it toward the back of my head, it was still getting in my way. And he was raring to go, so I didn't want to play with bobby pins and all of that, so I didn't wear my hat. But I got this hat not only to go fishing with him, but to when it gets hot this summer, when I have to go out and mow the lawn and work in the garden and all that, I'm going to start wearing a hat. So this is exactly what I wanted, a big hat with a big brim. I was afraid they wouldn't have any because I wasn't sure if these would still be sold retail. It's what I wanted. So I got me a hat. I don't know. I'm not good about wearing those things, but I think I will probably. Let's work on my calendar. It says it will not always be summer. Build barns. And Arlene was laughing at me yesterday because of my stuffed envelope. My stuffed calendar envelope. And look, I was laughing at this yesterday. The other day I put that ticket on there and it's 2 tickets. I did not intend that. So let's put this as background. Let's crumple it up. We like the crumple thing. And today's Thursday. Tanya and Lisa are going to be on. And I see Lisa has another video out there, something about watching this video or something like that. But I was in one of the chats and they said that Tanya and Lisa named their people who, or something, they said their team, or I guess it's the people who come to their channel, the worker bees. The worker bees? I don't know where I read that. Did I dream that? Let's just put this on with tacky glue. I bought some tacky glue. I went to Walmart the other day. I had to go to the bank. I had to go to the bank. I think I got glue over this. A little plug. It's plugged. I might have to get that loose with a pen. Oh, that's her tag. She said, give me my tag back. This is the tag that's the tag that Mina made. I don't want to ruin that. Mina made the cutest tag for Penelope, and it's a little pair of scissors, and it says, for Penelope, and it's a little pair of scissors, and it's a little flower. And these scissors came from Annie V. Penelope saw them when I opened the bag, and she claimed them right away. She lets me use them on occasion when I can't find my scissors, but she's pretty possessive of them. And this flower, I think it came from, because it's beautiful, and Violet does beautiful crochet work. The flower here came from Violet, we're going to say, but I don't know. If somebody else sent it in, speak up. I forgot. After I take things out of the Happy Mail packages, it's iffy if I remember. We're going to do building barns here. Yeah. It's going to be another warm day. It's going to be another warm day here, I can tell you that. I don't know if I can get my brother to turn on the air conditioning. It has to be pretty hot before he turns on that air conditioning. Yeah, put that on like that. Let's see, what else do I have? I've got a Crayola thing. I've got coupon, Crayola. This is paper. Etrusca doll. Scrap. Arlene's butterfly. Matuska doll pattern. Ooh, got a crochet snowflake. That doesn't belong there. Got tags. Tags. That's... I'm going to take these. I pulled them off of those journal spots. They were cardboard chips. And I'm going to make some more of those little dangles that we made the other night. Postage stamps. I'm looking for the right thing to put on here. Cheesecloth. I'm thinking Crayola. Could we make a Crayola barn out of a ticket? And let's take a ticket. How about this one with the lines on it? Like that could be a barn, and the Crayola could be the roof. Let's build a barn. It won't always be summer. You better get those barns built. Winter will be upon us before you know it. Yeah, hold it a sec. That looks something like a barn if I put lines on it. Okay. Oh, maybe I like the ticket side. Do I like the ticket side? Doesn't, I think it looks more like a barn with the line, with the boards. We'll put the ticket on another one. Mary's making big decisions here this morning. So Tanya and Lisa are going to do their fairy book this afternoon. It's Thursday. They get together and do their fairy book. I'm going to be on, I think, Kathy's Worlds and Friends this afternoon. She was asking for somebody to come on because she had a cancellation. And I think Jean Peters is going to be there. And I just kind of did that at the spur of the moment to help her out. But I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Working on Defy stuff. I thought I might work on my bead dolls. I'm not sure. I hate going on when somebody else is on. I know it's the internet, but let's put some ground on this. Let's give it a heel. Yeah, I know. I need to put a book under here. Life. It will not always be summer. Build barns. Get the work done while you can because it's going to snow. Just because it's June doesn't mean it's always going to be June. I'm going to tear that off. Now, let's take my pen and make a barn. A roof. A roof. There may be some little windows. No roof line here. Let's give it a barn door. An X. And we'll cover that one in. There we go. Roof. Shingle roof here. That sort of looks like a barn. I don't like this hanging out here, so let's take a scrap. We got some scraps here. Let's put a scrap on there. Just like that. That's good. I like that. Cover up my 40. There we go. Now we need maybe one of these butterflies. I think it looks better right there. Okie dokie. So I took my watercolors, so they're in my pochade box. So I can't use those this morning. What am I going to use in here? That ink pad? Let's grab us some ink. Let's grab us some ink. If I can find a spongy sponge that I want to use. Here we go. This will work. It will not always be summer. Build barns. Build barns while you can. Should have done this first. But oh no, I gotta do things the hard way. June the 4th. Let's put these back in here. Because I need to get a book out here and put under this, but it will not always be. I kind of think I'll quit on that. I like that. That butterfly needs to go up a little because I'm going to be setting that book on. This is the base. Yesterday's was there's only a slight difference between keeping your chin up and sticking your neck out. Look, I have this fuzzy flower that I made. But it's worth knowing. Keeping your chin up and sticking your neck out. It's going to get smashed in there anyway. Let's see what else. Let's start putting things back in the envelope. Ticket. My Crayola covers. I think I'll keep that out. Keep that postage stamp out. Yeah. I'll get all this used eventually. I like to go through it. Can you tell? I like to go through it. I've only got one more butterfly left. I'm going to have to make me some more scrap paper. I've got a sheet of them collaged now. We were watching Becky last night, and she was cutting quilt pieces. And she cut off the ends to just trimmed off the ends to even them out. And I'm going, you've been watching Barb Owens, haven't you? Because Barb Owens was throwing away old paint that was no good anymore, and I was getting on to Barb Owen about doing that. Oh, here's another butterfly. It doesn't have its antlers yet. I've taken to call them butterfly antlers, and they're really antenna. But she was throwing away those little strips of fabric, and I'm going, you've been watching Barb Owen too much. And I got on to her. I said, don't throw those away. And you can use them at tag ties. You can put them on ATC. I was naming all the things she could do with them. So she put them in a package and said she'd send them to me. And I'm going, wow, cool. Oh, here we've got To the Rescue. To the Rescue. This is a crayon page. Freckles. Oh, well, we'll just tear that part off. We'll save it for another. I got some text color page here. But yeah, let's do the ink thing before. You know, but I think I'd like to do the gold. This. There's only a slight difference between keeping your chin up and sticking your neck out. But it's worth knowing. And I think Mary sticks her neck out sometimes when she shouldn't. She should just keep her mouth shut sometimes. But does she? No, no, she gets in trouble. We're talking about me. There we go. I need to put, this is getting to me. Let's take these ink pads, put them up here. Flip that out. Put this book in here. My calendar's getting fat. It needs another book. Geesh. What is this? What can I use? No. There. That gives me a flat surface sort of to work on. Honestly. I'll get it. I'll get it. My calendar's getting too fat. My calendar's getting too fat. There we go. You're probably all out of frame here. Let's flip my camera a little so you can see it better. There. Sorry about that. Here's the page whoops. Here's the, no? Here's the page I just did. So we are going to put, we're going to put this dictionary page here. And I'm just going to kind of tear it. I need to tear it a little bit more here. Well, I think I'm going to put it like that. I'm using my tacky glue. I went to the Dollar Tree. I was watching Lisa Monday night. And she was showing all her Dollar Tree stuff. So I went to our Dollar Tree to see what I could find. Her and Tanya were buying Dollar Tree paint. And I could only find the 2-ounce stuff. But I bought a couple bottles of it. And I bought some stickers. But what I liked the most, and I don't know if Lisa got any, they had some double-sided tape. Crafter's Choice or something like that. So I got it. Because I'm going, I don't care if it's, you know, it has to be not acid-free. But not very much stuff that I do anymore is acid-free. Oops, I don't want to put this snowflake on it. We're going to put this poor excuse of a flower on here and let it stick out. Right in there. And in the center of that flower, I'm going to put this postage stamp from, it looks like it might be Dutch or German. And we're going to put it right in the middle of that flower. If I can. Cool. And I have a Crayola. I think I'll save that. What else do I have I can put on there? I've got some more words here. I think I'll save that word for another day, though. Tags. Notebook paper, Crayola wrappers. I've got a lot of Crayola wrappers. I'll come in. Put them in here, so I'll have them when I want them. I might put some of that on there. We'll see. That doesn't fit. Oh, how about freckles on there? I don't know. All right. This is the band that goes on this envelope. Hold the phone. Mary's working here. Oh, and I bought some little clothespins at the Dollar Tree. Let's put these words on here. Right about there. And I have this canister. What do you want to put a canister on there for? No, I think I'll save that for another day. I need something else to put on there. Let's see what I have. I have a... I have some string. That's just stuck here. Yeah. I have a bobby pin. Flag that really goes in my journal. I have a book page. Another Crayola wrapper. Oh, my brother slept so good last night, I thought he passed out. I hear him stirring around in there. I'm going, he's alive, he's alive. Sometimes I worry about him. Don't tell him that. You know, he's not getting any younger. They brought the bobcat. They brought the bobcat by last night. So I think they're going to knock our shed down in a couple days. We won't have a shed there anymore. Now I need something else on here. It needs a... I'm tempted to put this little paintbrush thing on there. Oh, paintbrush. I'll save that for another day. I'm looking here for stuff to put on there. I don't want to use any of that. I'm running out of stuff. I got these cut-offs from, I think I made ATCs. This is just scrap paper, so I need something that says something. Oh dear. I did iCads. I need to work on those too. Now I don't want to put Becky's lady would go good on something. Did I do June the 2nd? I did June the 2nd. Don't throw away the old bucket until you know whether the new one holds water. I need a page that has... I need a page that has a lot of space. Like that. Skill to do comes of doing. That's a good one to put Becky's lady on. Let's put Becky's lady here. Except I don't want to ruin her. How about that way? We could even let her hang out a little because it's a dictionary page, sort of. Ooh, and it says imagination there. Could put it like this. Well, no, that doesn't work for me. I think I'm going to put it right in here. It needs to come up a little. I could take imagination off and put it down in there. Now my book is floating away on me. It came out of a... All right, Mary's thinking. We're going to put Becky's lady on my calendar. Skill to do comes of doing. That's a good quote for Becky's Lady. That was by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And we're going to take and put Becky's Lady there. And I'm going to take the word imagination and put it over here. And look, I kind of ripped her, but I'm going to glue her down. So we will take care of that, Becky. She's going to go in there, kind of at a slant. We got Ralph showing. Becky's Lady's going to be named Ralph. Let's put a piece of tape there. Yeah. Hold the phone. I was looking for double-sided tape, Dollar General stuff, the low tack, because I thought I was going to glue down. I thought I was going to put cuts in my journal, and all I could find was this tape. I'm going to tape the back of this. Of course, it's got my fingerprint on it. And of course, I taped it on the wrong side. That's early in the morning. That's my excuse. There we go. I want Ralph to show. I'm going to let this hang out a little. Well, Ralph W. All right. And just because I'm going to put tape, double-sided tape on it. I'm going to look at chat here in a minute. I'm just kind of using up stuff. Right about in there. I'll be out in a minute. I was listening to Stephanie at Deliberately Creative last night, and she was showing how to do those doodles that she's doing, and she has a wonderful voice. And of course, you know, it's a work-along video, and she's showing how to use I think she was using Prismacolor colored pencils. She's doing a really good job at it. But if you're curious about it, there is a link on my community tab to her stream. There we go. Now, May got kind of covered up here. Let's just fold it up like that. There. Now, where's that other side? I want imagination to come in here. Imagination. Kind of like that, I think. Imagination, that's good. And we are going to put a strip of glue on that. And I'll have to put, oh, Becky's right. No, that's Macaulay. Becky is, well, I'm going to cover up Becky. I'm going to have to rewrite it. That's not where I want it. Pick that up, Mary. I want it down further. There. There we go. Now I need just a little something else on there. I'm not sure what, like a flower or something. Mary's just playing. Mary's just playing. Of course, everything falls. There's a telephone. I could put some bling. Nah. Of course, I have to dig. You know, I've got to dig and look. I should know what's in here. I've dug this out so many times. Ooh, that's going in my little Tanya book. Ooh, here. This one or this one? This one. That one. That one. This one's not got a good back on it. American thread. Yeah, I kind of like this. Kind of like it right there. Or right there. You know, I got to work on the back of these. I have to work on the back of these. This one's flatter. Kind of like that. We're going to use that since it's Becky's lady. I'll put all this stuff back here. Stuff her all back in. My whatnot box. And then I'm going to take a piece of this thread. It should have an ending here someplace. Here. Oh, this is perfect. I'm going to thread it through. Uh-oh, is it going to go through without any coaxing? Come on. I should just thread a needle. But now, Mary doesn't do that. I need to thread it through here again. Push it through. Push it in. I can't see what I'm doing. Got it. That was a sorry way to thread a button. Yes, it was. I was using my imagination, imagining I was doing better than a needle. Yes, yes, yes. Skill to do. That was about the furthest from that quote. That we're going to put this in here. Right in there. I like it there. I'm going to put it on with tacky glue. And then we'll move on. There. I like it right there. I got some extra pages to go back and work on, but I'm not going to do that this morning. Before I flip the calendar, though, I'm going to go back and fill in all the empty pages. I've got quite a few. I've got quite a few done here. We are doing pretty good. There, stop at the May 1st. May 22nd. Windmill is eternally at work to accomplish one end, shifting with the weathercock, assuming 10 different positions in a day. Ooh, that makes me tired. Looks like I put a button on that one. Butterfly. This one I just did Jean's little dangle thing. Don't throw away the old bucket until you know whether the new one holds water. I like this page because I entirely covered it up. We'll have to do more of that. Yeah, see, I gotta let this stuff dry. Here's today's. It will not always be summer. Build barns. All right, let's put all this stuff away. Let's move on, Mary. Let's move on, Mary. Get my books off here. Happy Mail book and a so I think I'll get to work on Cheryl's cat. I think I'll get to work on Cheryl's kitty because we need to get her done. I need to work on some more index cards, but maybe I'll do that this afternoon in a stream. I'm clearing off space here. Let's put my calendar there. Let's put the scissors away. Oh. This that I said I was going to save out for Tanya's journal, there's a page that I did here. Right here, remember the now. I think this flips up. It does. I'm going to put this. It needs a letter yet. I think I'll tack it right there. Or should I let the postage stamp show? I could put it upside down. I don't want to put it, I want the postage to show. Airmail. Then that'll bend. So we're just going to put it here. We'll just put it there. I won't put it down. I'm not sure about it yet. Okay, let's move on, Mary. Move on. We are going to work on. Oh no, my towels are gone. They're in a bag someplace. I took my paper towels yesterday when we went fishing. I got to clear everything out. Oh, I have one here. Well, okay. So we're going to work on Cheryl's kitty. And I was playing with something on my phone. Let's see. Mina says, thanks, Cheryl. I'll check it later. It sounds fun. What did Cheryl say? Mina, her link is in Mary's community tab. Oh, for the doodles? Yeah. The stream that I was watching yesterday is Stephanie at Deliberately Creative, and she's doing a doodle segment, and wow, she's knocking it out of the park. She's knocking it out of the park. She was coloring teacups and coffee pots, a whole sheet of them. And there's a link in her description box of that video where you can download the template to color. So go give her some love. She's right up our alley. Ginger, as it progresses to take time for you or you'll burn out. Let's see. Anne, good morning, Anne. Your mother passed away at the age of 96. Goodness, she had a nice long life, didn't she? Arlene, did you have a nice visit with your sister? And Arlene says, what did Arlene say? Mina, her link is in the... And she said, yes, Rhonda. I did. We both love to create and garden, so we always have a blast. How cool is that? How cool is that? Mina says she loves doodles. You might explore her webpage. I think her webpage is in there. She also did a segment on buttons. So you might be able to grab a hold of that button template. I don't know. I didn't go that far. I was exploring her, not her, go to her description box and look for her webpage, look for some of her other links in there. If I find it, I'll let you guys know. But she did some buttons doodles. She might even have a video on it. I didn't go that far. The buttons are cool. Yeah, and she did a good job of them, too. She didn't do Mary's little fast scribbles. She does a wonderful, wonderful templates. Let's see, what else are you guys talking about? Let's see, Cheryl's here, Lala's here, Arlene is here, Rhonda and Mina. And good morning, everybody. Thanks for popping in. Ginger, good morning, Ginger. She says, Mom is capable of doing most things, and she's fun to be with. Oh, that's cool. Anne is here. Lala says she's lived in Florida, except for a couple months to a couple years to take care of family members. Ginger says, Galveston can be really busy if you go where the crowds go, but I venture toward the St. Louis Pass. There's less traffic. They're talking about traveling, I think. Aw. Hi, number 24, Deborah. Welcome, welcome. You're new to us. Welcome, welcome. Kind of go back through the chat here. I get off. For those of you who are new, my regulars, they know Mary. I go into this Mary zone while I'm working on my art, but then I try to come back and scroll back through chat. So if you come in and I don't recognize you or say welcome or anything, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's that I'm still coming out of my world. But good morning, everybody. Lava says she grew up in the code. Rhonda says, Lala, Are you ready for winter's end? It's your third visit, and this is the first time I've said hello to you? Oh dear. Well, welcome and thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. We are working on pet portraits. I've got several to do, but I'm working through them. This was the last one. Was the last one? Yeah, I think it was Mary Berry's Henry. Now I do them first in my journal to get a good sense of what I'm doing, because I'm really not a pet portrait person, but I'm learning. And once I get them down, like this was the second Henry. The first Henry was a Henry wannabe. The first Henry was a Henry wannabe. He did not look like, he looks more like a teddy bear than a Henry dog. And I nailed him here, and then I did a final one that I'm going to send to her. I got to get photos taken of those and get them out in the mail. I have so many things I got to do. And now, see, this was the first sketch I did of Cheryl's cat, and I'm not happy with that sketch at all. It's a cat, but it's not Cheryl's cat. And I wasn't happy with the eyes, so I sketched them better up here. And then the other day, I did Cheryl's kitty a lot better in here. Where did I do Cheryl's kitty? I'm working on Zentangle this month. I'm really not doing it in front of you, but I am working on Zentangle, my own, just playing out on the porch. And I'm working on thumbnail sketches, just picking a topic like shadow or hands. I'm going to do birds and hats next. So those are the kind of things I do when I'm sitting out on the front porch and just letting the world go by. And let's see, I'm looking for Cheryl's kitty. Oh, here it is. Here's Cheryl's kitty. Yin Yang. He's a boy kitty. Yin Yang. So, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again on 8x10 watercolor paper, which means I need to cut some down. Oh, you know, I need to just turn everything off. Turn off the TV, turn off the social media, and maybe turn on some music and spend a weekend in this room and sort and clean. I thought I did that. It didn't help. But I've got things so stacked up. And I'm going to take some of it. Becky was telling me last night she didn't want me to end up on the Hoarders show. I haven't been thrifting for several weeks though, and I'm kind of resisting going, not because of the virus thing, but just because I have enough. I don't want to end up on the Hoarders show either. But but I don't get things put back like I should, and then I have to find them again. Let's see, I'm doing an 8x10 page. And we're going to have to sand that down a little. And I thought I had a piece of sandpaper out here. Of course, when you want it, it's not there. I thought I tucked it in here. Here it is. And I got a drawer where I'm putting this masking tape, but do you think I put it back? No. No. All right. Let's go ahead and cut this at 8. Let me get this off. And I just kind of want to sand the little edges here. This is watercolor paper, so it's made to kind of deckle when you tear it. But that blade, it depends on the content of the paper. Some paper cuts really good, and some papers that are a little thicker don't. All right. And I'm doing that portrait in the horizontal orientation. In the horizontal orientation, hold it a second here. I'm getting my Crayolas and stuff out. Hold the phone. I'll be out in a minute. And then I'm thinking I need to do either Lori's dog or Rhonda's dogs next. And I've got a doggy to do for Sharon and one for, excuse, need some coffee. I swallowed the wrong way. One for Sue Hennessy. I got a cat I want to do for Karen. So, here are my Crayolas. I've been using these whiteout pens. I want to use them up. And I need the black, white, black and white mostly, pink for the nose, a little gray in the background. Where's my gray? Those are green. Green for the eyes. I need my palette knife. I'll need that. I'll put these Crayolas back. Here's the gray. Put these Crayolas back when I get done in the box. But I like to keep, while I'm working on certain things, I like to keep them separate. If I work on them again the next day, I have them separate. I don't have to hunt them out of the box again. So, the kitty, and I was playing on my phone, and I don't know if my tablet works the same way. Let's see. Let's go to my drive, and it's connecting, and we want to go to cats, and Yin Yang is here. Now, can I minimize this and touch on that? Open and split screen. Yay! Oh, did it open? And let's split the screen and go to this one and maximize that. There we go. Now I can see chat while I'm sketching. Oh, I like that. Deborah said, same here. It's funny, I have 22 subbies and I have a private screen. A private screen, 22 subbies. Diddle, Deborah, I don't understand why. Are you meaning that your videos are private? I don't understand what you mean, a private screen. Did you go to the creators? I gotta get my tablet. I had my tablet for months before I knew that it would split the screen. I could split the screen real easy on my old phone, but it took me a while to learn how to do it after I got my Galaxy 8. And now that I figured it out, boy, do I like it. Wake up, Mama Cheryl, we are on TV. Oh, you don't have a channel. Oh. Well, what do you mean by a private screen? I'm not ready for documenting just yet, Deborah says. Mina says, I don't, what are you guys talking about, Mina? What do you mean a private screen? Diddle, Deborah, I don't understand why. You are right, Susan. Hi, Susan. Got coffee, Cheryl? She says. Hi, Tammy. Welcome, Tammy. Deborah, I have tons of subbies and I sub a lot. And several of us have no content yet. Yeah. Oh, is that what you mean? That you just, by a private screen, you mean you have a channel that you use just for watching. You don't have any content on your, so you're calling that private. Oh, okay. I got it now. I got it now. They mean that they don't make videos. Thank you, Arlene. All my content is not public. Okay, that makes sense. Did I miss anybody else? How do you split the screen? Well, what you do is you hit your little button down here where you go to the tabs. Let's open up another tab. Let's open my clock tab. All right. To get local weather, I don't want to do that. So I got my clock. Let's go back down here. And see the icon there, the little clock icon? You tap on the clock icon, and it gives you different options. Now, I'm already in split screen. Let's unsplit it. Let's just close everything out. Let's just close everything out so I can show how you do this. Let's go here and just close everything. Close all. Okay, so my hand is shaky. Sorry about that. I don't mean for my hand to be shaky. I don't know if Penelope can hold that for me or not. I guess I'll just have to try to hold my hand still. I'm trying to get at, let's see. I'm still in split screen now. But what you do is when you open up like, well, let's open up my drive. I'm still in everything. I'm still in the split screen. But what you do is you tap on that little icon. And when you tap on the icon, it gives you a little menu. And you can open it into split screen. And once you do that, down here at the bottom, you'll see two little horizontal rectangles. And that means that it's a split screen view. I must not have gotten everything closed when I said close all. What is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, it looks like it's a, let's get out of that. Oh, come on. Oh, what is an ad? Oh, that's my drive. Let's go to my drive. I'm out of everything now. Where's my YouTube? That's opening it up. Come on. Close all. But I must not have everything closed. No recently used apps. But I'm still in split screen here. I'm not sure why. But let's open up my drive. Let's just move. Oh, that's my play button. Oh, jeez, Mary. All right. Now I got to get back to where I was. Let's go here. Desktop. Here. Drive. Except I've already got my drive. I'm going to go to YouTube. There. I'm already in split screen. I thought by closing all my apps I'd get out of it, but I have to figure things out yet. Let's go to my channel, your channel. But anyway, what you do is you tap on your little icon up when you have your recents, when you have these, you tap on this little icon and it'll give you a menu and it says split screen and you tap on that. And then you do the same thing in another app. Like I have my drive open and my YouTube open. And that's what splits it. Let's get back into my chat here. Now I'm in an ad. Skip it. There. Now where's my chat? And what I like about it, I don't know if the tablet does it, but on my phone I can move that bar up. And I can't get, where's my chat? Let's do it that way. No, I can't get to my chat. Oh, do I have it? There. There we are. Whew. Takes a minute for me to figure things out. I always did the length first. Get rid of that extra. Cool, Ginger. My deal is time and what I want to share with the world. Please take a little time. Oh, thank you. Hi, Carla. Hi, Lizzie. Did I confuse everybody about the split screen? Well, Lizzie, a little of it is that I'm still learning to use it. I know how to get into it now, and I can kind of do it myself, but to explain it is another story. If I confused you, I apologize. I apologize. Oh. Hi, Lizzie. The Daffy auction, Arlene says, is June the 13th at noon Eastern on CARES channel. That's the second Saturday in June. Let's see. They're saying good morning to Lizzie Brewer. Carla. Deborah is in here, number 24, Deborah. Hi, Gail. Good morning, Gail. Shelley's here. Susan, from what I can see, once you make a cut at the crown, that's your guideline. Then you cut from that, right? What are you guys talking about? Mary, just hold down the left thing for 2 or 3 seconds. Oh. But that's still, I'm still in split screen. Am I? Oh, I guess. Yeah, I'm still in the split screen. But if you mean to open, that's how you used to do it. But on these, it's differently. You got to go tap the little icon, Susan, if they're talking about opening it. What are you guys talking about? Susan, for what I can see, once you make a cut at the crown, that's your guideline. Then you cut from that. What are we talking about? I see I lose track of you guys and what you get off on. Sweetest dreams. Mina's going back to sleep. I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about with the guideline and cutting at the crown. Gail's watching on the TV, but she thought she would jump in and say good morning. So if I missed you, Gail, good morning. Rhonda, I cut my own hair. Oh, you're cutting hair. Susan says, I cut my own hair for years and got complimented all the time. It grows too fast. So did you do, she cuts, now it's making sense. Now let's go back where it says, Susan, from what I can see, once you make a cut at the crown, that's your guideline. Then you cut from that, right? And Susan says, Rhonda, I always did the length first. Get rid of the extra. They're talking about cutting your own hair. Talk about confused. Who's confused? Huh? Am I confused? Huh? That sounds way too confusing to me. It's rough when you have a simple mind like mine. Now, I'm not sure what, if Lucy's talking about me opening the tabs or if they're talking about cutting hair. Oh, but I love it when you guys chat. I'm thinking about doing a video. Cheryl says she's in kitty heaven. Lala says she needs coffee. Hair cutting. They were talking about cutting hair. I'm thinking about doing a unicorn cut because I just want to cut off the ends. My hair is almost down to my waist. I'm letting it all the gray grow out, but the first 6 or 7 inches of it is still kind of a washed out brown that really needs to be cut off. And I'm thinking You know, my hair will still be pretty long after I cut that off, and I'm thinking about just doing a unicorn cut to where you comb it all back out in front of you. I mean, it comes way out in front of me, and just taking and snipping across that way. I have to be careful, but my hair's not ultra thick, so I think I can do that and get enough of a even cut and snip off all that brown stuff that needs to go away. And, you know, that would get rid of a lot of the raggedy ends and everything. I'm just pulling it all back on top of my head for now. I had a dream the other day about cutting my hair, but I'm thinking about doing a standalone video when I do that, and then I'll review it, and then if it's not too ugly, because I'll have my hair in front of my face. If it's not too ugly, I might upload it, but we'll see. Rhonda, I need to cut Mom's hair. She was a hairdresser many years ago. Oh, that might be hard. If she was a hairdresser, she might be kind of picky. That's what you do, Shelley. You do the uniform cuts? Is Yin Yang, has he passed away, Cheryl, or is he still alive? I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, he must have passed away. Cheryl said he lived a good life. Aw, so we're doing a memorial kitty. Let's get him back up here. Yin Yang. Now I can't make him any smaller on this tablet, but I have a good idea of what he looks like. I can enlarge him if I want, but I can't make him smaller. What happens if I turn in horizontal mode? Will it go horizontal? Oh, it's just, yeah, I can't make him any smaller. I kind of like it in the vertical though. Let's go back. I had a ponytail at my forehead and snipped. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Shelley. Lizzie says, I think a uniform cut would be awesome. Anything unicorn is awesome. Well, they call it a unicorn cut because you comb all your hair in front of your face. You comb it from the back forward and you pull it all into like a, you guys can't see, you pull it into like a unicorn horn, and then you just snip off the end. And when you have long hair, it works because you're just snipping off the ends. You're not doing a fancy haircut. You're getting off all the raggedy end stuff. Unless you go real short. Some people who are good at doing that, you know, can do a nice uniform cut. I'm just wanting to get that brown off and get a little shorter. It'll grow faster if I get the ends cut off. Cheryl says he's in kitty heaven with our other cat, Spunky. Aww. Yin Yang and Spunky. I may just put Mom's hair in a French twist. I've been twisting it up all week. You know, that's pretty too. That's pretty too. A French twist is pretty. And it gets it off of her neck. It gets it, when you have longer hair and it gets to be summer, I always pull mine up and off of my neck. So I could have short hair. I kind of like longer hair. For one thing, I have a long face, and if you cut my hair too short, I start looking like a guy, a man, and I'm not a man, I'm a lady. So I don't like short hair on me. I like it if I can have it in a pretty hairdo thing, but usually my hair's, you know, it's flat, and especially in the summertime, you know, I wilt. I don't melt, I wilt. And I like my hair longer because then I can have it in a long style. If I want, I can pull it down, or if I want it shorter, I can just pull it on top of my head. But I get a little sloppy with it and put that clip in there and just wear it like that a lot. Even when I go shopping, I'm probably the only granny around. They call me sweetie, though. They call me, it's so funny since my hair's turned gray. People treat me different. People treat me different with gray hair. I'll go shopping and they'll call me sweetie. They never used to call me sweetie. When I had brown hair, they never called me sweetie. Now they call me sweetie. And I go, oh, thank you, honey. Cindy says it's Skype time with her daughter. Oh, bye, Cindy. Have a good chat. Have a good chat. Bye-bye. Thanks for popping in. All right, let's get busy on yin yang. I'll try to keep up with chat here now that, well, you know how I am, though. Don't say anything bad while I'm gone. We've got mods in here. They're not afraid to use the mod button, the wrench. All right, we're going to start out. And I don't like to draw these in pencil, in ink on these, because sometimes I want to change. Oh, let's get the calendar off because I get well with this heat gun. Let's put my calendar over here. And we want the heat gun out. Penelope, I'm worried about you too. I'm going to move you. I'll leave my coffee cup. And I'm going, wait a minute, I'm going to move the camera thing so I can get the cord. Well, let's just bring it behind. The camera might jiggle a little. There's a heat gun. Oh, and of course I knock everything off of my nose. I'm looking for, would I have a pencil handy? I have one handy. I need to get my pencils out. I've got pencils. Good Lord, I've got pencils. But I don't generally put them here because, well, you know why. I'm looking for one. Hold the phone. Here we go. It's about done for. I've got a pencil sharpener too, but I dropped it on the floor and I lost the pencil sharpener part. I just have that part. Is that here? Part of the problem is it's still kind of dark in here. And I can't see everything. I'm looking for the sharpener part. Well, you know what? Forget that. Let's just sharpen it with my knife. Where's my knife? We'll sharpen it with that. Honestly, Mary. Here's my utility knife. I knew it was here. I knew I put it away the other day. If I put things away... All right, let's move this paper because I don't want to get it all messy. And just kind of put this out to hold my... And it's going to sharpen this a little so I can sketch. A lot of artists will sharpen their pencil with their utility knives anyway, because you can get at the wood and leave the lead. If you put your pencil in a pencil sharpener, you waste a lot of lead, and these pencils can be expensive. All right. Let me throw the shavings away here. All right, let's go back to my sketch. All right, get started, Mary. I've been waiting all morning. All right, so this is Yin Yang, Cheryl's kitty, and he's laying on this little blankie. Anne, not Annie. Autocorrect. Anne, what time? I must go out for a minute, but not long. What did Anne say? Hammer down, Arlene. You're going to stream today? Oh, cool, Anne. What time? Oh, I hope I don't miss it. What time are you going to try to stream? There's Anne's channel. Arlene dropped a link to Anne's channel. Thank you. She hasn't given us a time yet. She just said today. She might be working out the time. You can drop Blizzie's link. I'm sure she won't mind. All right, so let's do, this actually comes up a little bit more. Now I'm just kind of sketching this in first. And actually, when I work with pencil, I tend to want to erase more. If I work with ink, I don't care. And boy, I'll tell you, that's not picking that up. Isn't that interesting? A little, maybe. You don't know yet, probably between everyone else. Well, if I miss it, Anne, I'll go back and watch the replay. I'll go back and watch the replay. All right, so the kitty ear comes, and this still needs to be up a little higher for me. The face is, she's laying down on a pillow. Susan says she absolutely hates that they took away that Go To Users channel. You know, and we keep asking for it back. We keep asking for it back. You think YouTube, I don't know. I think, well, don't get me started on YouTube. Let's just not go there, Mary. Let's not go there today. Let's not go there. Oh, heck, I will. I will. I get so aggravated at YouTube because we just get to liking something and they take it away. They take it away. And there are a lot of people, it isn't just us, there are a lot of channels that use that go to channel link. And I think they took it away because there were more users on. And they were trying to help us not get so many trolls, because trolls would come in and search out channels. But you know, if you're a troll, and if you're going into a chat to search out channels, they're still going to search you out. They're still going to search it out. I mean, we search it out. It just makes it harder to search it out. And I guess they think the trolls won't make the effort. They make us make all the effort. Let's see, that probably is not so puffy in there. I don't think this white eraser, I like Pentel, but it does not erase these. This is a Stabilo pen. This is a Stabilo. So it's not erasing it as much as, but that's okay, because I'm gonna use crayon on this anyway. I'm gonna use crayon on it. Now, let's go into the ears a little bit more. Yeah. So I can see what the ears are doing. The ears are coming up like so. Coming up like so that way. Maybe a little bit tall. Maybe not quite that tall, though. There's an ear here. And then the other ear kind of comes up. And I kind of lose it over there, but that's okay. Kind of like that. Maybe not quite that tall. And then it's got some hair in there. There's a little gray in there. And there's a little gray in there. And this is what's going on here. This is white. Kind of coming up there. Maybe that's a little taller. And comes back. This area is black. I always tend to make this eye a little bigger than what it actually is. So let's make it a little smaller. And this kind of comes down, and this area is white. And there's white in here, dark in there. Dark in here. And actually, since this is a stabilo, I think when I get this wet, it's going to darken. So I'm going to, of course, I'll get it wet with wax. And I need to get these pictures mailed out that I'm doing. I haven't mailed anybody's yet. I've been ultra slow. Ultra slow. You know, Mary. Something's not clicking here for me. Maybe after I get the nose comes in here. Yeah, I guess. Is it this? Okay, now Cheryl, I'm going to give it a green background. Ignore this in here. This will all change. This kind of gives me a idea of where I'm going to put things. I'm going to give it a green background because it'll match the green eyes. And there's a kind of a pinkish flower in here. I'm going to put a flower in here. She subbed to Anne. Good luck. I want to say something about the live streams. If you do live streaming, it always helps if you get a sort of a general consistency of when you live stream. I know I do impromptus, like my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings are impromptu, and Sunday evening I may or may not stream, but my Tuesday and Thursdays are regular streams. And I generally stream on those days, Tuesday and Thursdays. I may or may, and Sunday evening, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, and Sunday evening. But if you get a consistency of when you stream, then your viewers know when to look for you. If you always, it's okay to do an impromptu or a test when you're, try to look for a time though that's consistent. I think Tanya and Lisa now are going to do something on Wednesdays. I haven't caught that. So you kind of have to look for a good time to stream. But once you find it, use it. And then your viewers know when to look for you. It's okay to do impromptus, but if you do impromptus all the time, your viewers never know when you're going on unless they happen to catch a post. So just Mary's thought on that. Let's start out with the green. Oh, and I thought I had a larger green. Let's see. Let's look at my Crayolas again. Right, here's a green. I was using that. That's a darker green. Here's a greenish blue. That's a blue. That's a green. We'll start with those, and I kind of need that pinkish for the pinkish orange for the flower. Pinky. I was using those on my butterflies, my dragonflies yesterday. All right. I'm ready to heat this stuff up. Your chat box is not working well? You mean on your stream or on this in here today, Anne? I think everybody's been having trouble with the chat. Sometimes it freezes. Sometimes you have to refresh and come back in. Yeah, I would refresh and come back in. I have to do that several times. Truthfully, that may be a YouTube thing because more than it isn't just you, it's everybody. I have trouble with that. And it really irritates me when I go to auctions. You know, you just get ready. The bidding is just getting ready to start. And then the chat box acts up. Let's start putting in some of these flowers here. Little orange and pink in here. So the best thing I know to do for that, Anne, is to, the best thing I know to do for that is just to refresh. The greenish color. Now this is wax that I'm putting on here, so when you get this, take that into consideration as to what you do with it, because it is wax. And I'm just kind of putting in the background right now. And it'll heat. If you get it hot, it'll melt. So be careful where you put it. Let's see. And then I think I want to blend that out with some white. I bought a big box of jumbo crayons when I went to Walmart the other day. Because I like the jumbo ones. They're easy to work with. They're nice to hold on to. And we're just going to kind of blend these in for right now, just to get the background in. And I'll come back to those flowers and do them a little bit more. Let's do some more of that green down here. Down here maybe. It's done like that. Orangey pink. The white, kind of blend everything in here. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. There we go. I'm kind of happy with that. Now, you know, I didn't get that little black out. I think let that heat up. I like my big black. Is that the black? That's the blue. We don't want a blue cat. We want a black cat. I get the blue and the black look an awful lot in this light. An awful lot alike. Here's my black. And where's my little black? I broke my black yesterday. Is that the black? Yeah. All right. Let's start out by giving that cat some green eyes. I figured it was really her I would be back. Let's see. Wow, Mary. I've never seen this technique before. It's so total cool. Thank you. Let's see. Let's show Deborah the other. Do I have them here? The other doggy portraits that I did? I think I have them here. Hold a minute. Let me get those other doggy. I was getting things ready to mail, and I put them all in a pile here. Where are they? Oh, of course. When I want to show them, what did I do with them? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. They're stacked up in here someplace. Did I put them over on the other? wanted to show them to Deborah. I think things fell the other day. I had a craft lunch, and you know when that happens. I got all those envelopes to mail. I got Terry's envelope I want to mail to her yet. What did I do with those? Let's just move these. Well, phooey, when I want to show you something, then I can't find it. That aggravates the bejeebies out of me. They're here someplace. Why can't I get to those? I don't know. What'd you do with them? They're sitting there going, she can't find them. Here they are. She can't find them. That's why we don't have them yet. She lost my dogs. They're here. They're here. Let's start with the first one that I did was Tina's little dog, Tinker. That's Tinker. Here's Beth's little dog. Isn't he cute? I forgot the name. Here's, this is Mary Berry's Henry. And actually the white on this dog is not Crayola. It is my whiteout pen. I use these, that might have a little distress crayon on it. I've been using these whiteout pens, these big whiteout pens, because I can get those lines. I can get the detail, and it dries real good, and it goes good over the melted crayon. This is Arlene's dog, Piper, and this is Susan's dog, Belle. I got to get these mailed off. I'm going to take pictures of them. That's what's slowing me down. I need to take pictures. Maybe after I get the kitty cat done, I'll take pictures and send them in. I want pictures. And then I have more mailing to do here. I've got to do envelopes for erasers. I want to get those mailed. I got to do envelopes for them. And hold the phone. Hold the phone. I've got lots to mail here. I'm putting together a box for Suzanne. I've been doing it all year. January. This is Terry's Cardinal envelope. We drew a pretty lady and a little girl on the back. And then I got these envelopes that need to go out. I have just been so slow. And I've got ATCs that I want to mail. I did get Deborah Brown's out to her because I just plopped it in the envelope. She was talking about it, and I said, I just need to put it in an envelope. But I'm going to mail these out. I've got a list of who these are going to. One's going to Arlene. Her birthday card is in here. Your birthday was last month, Arlene. One's going to Kathy Whitney. One's going to Danny. One's going to Sharon Lombard. And then there are some others in here. I should start doing these ladies again. Lori, Paint Girlie, sent me some ladies to draw, to look at. I just haven't got to it yet. That's my mailing. And then I need to do envelopes for my little eraser bear, my little erasers. I was looking at Mina's little teddy bear. We're going to get those out. We are. All right. Rabbit trail. Rabbit trail. What time is it? If I don't get this done today, Cheryl, I'll finish it up tomorrow. I'm only going till 7:30 today. You love the vintage lady, Susan? Susan, I'm going to try to get something done for you. I want to send you a dragonfly card. And I want to send you, I'll do a lady envelope for you. Keep nagging me if I don't get it done, because I do want to do it. All right, so this kind of, my rabbit trail kind of let that wax dry off a little. And if you look at the back of this, you will see where that wax will kind of melt through, and it'll get your background a little waxy. So if you're working in a journal like I do, be aware of that. And Janet did a waxed page, and she did it over text. And she was noting how when she put the wax on the background, like I do on these cards, you will see that text start. Now, I put this on text, but if you have text on the back, say this was the back of the sheet, and you put wax over the top, well, I glued this in, you will kind of see that text. It'll kind of, that wax has an oil in it that kind of makes your paper a little bit transparent, not totally, but a little bit transparent. And when you melt that crayon, and if you do like I do, sometimes I'll take my palette knife and I'll scrape at that wax. I'm not going to do that on this. But your page can show the text underneath, and it's really kind of a cool effect. All right, I dug out my little black crayon because I want to put that, at least start it here on the ears. Well, I don't know. I like the, let's just kind of color in the ears here. Is this black? This black looks purple to me. That's not black. Let's do the gray. Is this black? That's the black, but it's not a true black. I had that other one's the purple. That's gray. Sometimes my dark purples and my blacks, I think this is purple. It won't matter because once I get this on there, it will cover everything. Let's just go on in here. This is kind of a poor man's encaustic. Encaustic has a resin in it. Encaustic is a much more of a professional technique than this. But you can do some neat things with this. You can do some pretty neat things with these crayons. And I found 2 bags of these. You know, get that tape out. I found 2 big bags of crayons at Goodwill for 99 cents each. And I would recommend that you look for those things at Goodwill or your garage sales if you get so fortunate to have a garage sale this summer. Or go to the Goodwill and maybe look for it. Every now and then you'll see bags of crayons that get donated. And but crayons are not expensive. Crayons are not expensive. And I'm just getting the base of this in here. That might be a little pointy yet. I might have to come in with some. Now, see, this, I feel like I have that ear too pointy. So I can kind of scrape some of that off. I still have the pigment down there. But I can kind of scrape some of that off and go over it again with maybe the white and the green and kind of blend that in. So I don't want that ear that pointy. So you can kind of correct some of your mistakes when you do this. Kind of. You have to kind of work with it and figure out what you're... Now, I don't want to get too much. She's got black down in here. He does. Yin Yang is a little he kitty. Let's go back in with that gray color because I don't want to get too much black. But it's all dark around the eyes, and there's gray up in here in the ears. Doesn't have pink ears, he has gray ears in the side there. And he's got white around this eye, and he's got white, I think that's why she calls him Yin Yang. He's got black around this eye and white around this eye. Kind of a Yin Yang. So I don't want to get too much. And let's see, there's black coming down this way. And it does kind of, if you could see this picture, it kind of works out to like a lighter gray up in here. And then this part of his face is all white in here, and he's got a pink nose. And it's got black kind of coming in here and in there. Now, until I get it detailed, it always looks weird. Was I doing that collie? And I thought he looked like a lion. But if you keep working with it, it eventually shows. It eventually works out. Just got to keep working, and once I get my white going in there, it starts taking shape. I don't want to mess up the eye. Let's go in with the green. See, I got a little dark in there, so I'm just going to scrape it out. Go in with the eye. I think that dark comes from my Stabilo pen. Let's put a little white. I don't know how much. This is, I got started using these Distress crayons, and this is empty, I think. I think I used it all. I should probably throw it away. Let's put some white on there. I'll come back in with these eyes and work on the eyes. I just want to start getting some feeling of green in there. And, you know, you can kind of scrape in here if you want. You could put some, maybe a black, a true black. If you do a flat black on here, you almost have a flat image. So if you do work in some blues or grays, it kind of builds up the body. This is a purple color, and it doesn't really, a blue would be better. Let's get a blue out. Black is really a kind of a combination of colors, but if you use a, I think that's a blue. I don't know for sure. That might be a dark green. I'm looking for a dark blue. I may not have one out. And I'm sure you all who do a lot of mixed media and art know that. If you mix a blue with a black, it kind of like a, it gives it a body. Of course, that's my black. That's my gray. I'm looking for my blues. That's a green, I'm pretty sure. No, that's a blue. And it really doesn't, what I want to say, you cannot tell I'm putting blue on here, but it changes the, black. It gives it more of a body. I'm going to put blue in the back here. Now, the face is pretty flat yet, but once I get that white going, just give me a minute. You work with this and you think, oh, it's not working. It's not working. I put green in there. I didn't mean to put green. You're going, it's not working. It's not working. And then all of a sudden, it'll pop out at you. All of a sudden, it'll pop out and you'll say, oh, there it is. There they come. So you just gotta keep working at it, and pretty soon that face will start showing up. And it gets it's a little... Now don't worry about this, because actually when I have a gray, and I do have a gray, I gave that cat the other day a black nose. Now I'm giving him a black face. But if you have an undercoat, your white will show up a lot more. Yeah. What did you do to the face, Mary? You'll see. You'll see. In fact, let's start putting some white on there. Let's get some gray down in here. Let's start with the white pen here. A white will show up a lot more because white on white doesn't show up, but white with an undercoat of a gray will show up a lot more. And I use my whiteout pen, and let's just start putting some white in here. And you just keep working at it. You keep working at it, and the nose will kind of disappear until I get it back in there. Now, I'm not a teacher or anything. This is just what I've experimented with, and if you get to working with this, if you decide to try it, you'll find your own path. You'll say, oh, this works, or oh, that works, or that kind of looks like a mess right now. Yin and Yang hasn't popped out yet, but he will. He'll pop out. Let's get that nose in there with a little bit of pink. Yeah. That's a pink nose. That's a pink nose. It'll get better, I promise. It'll get better. And let's see, he's all white. He's got white coming this way. White in there. He's a little bit longer down in here. And he's got black. Black. Now I need more white in there. Now, the picture kind of cuts off here. And let's see, it looks like he's got black coming clear down in here. Bring it down in here. Just bring it down like that. And then I'm going to go back to that green in here and kind of make it portrait style. Where's my white? I'll work with that again. And yeah, it's hot wax, and yeah, I touch it with hot wax. We'll come back and kind of shape that up again. So you just keep working with it until you get it. You just keep working with it. And pretty soon, if you keep working with it, all of a sudden it'll pop out at you. Hi, Ray. What is the name of a video? I can find it that way. Deborah, half the fun is the hunt, Lala says. Saving old discarded books and junk mail. Yeah. Hi, Ray. She says, Susan, do you have a new pet? Did Susan answer her? Oh, I was drawing my father? Yeah. Well, you know, I did my mother after that, too. And I'm zoomed in, so you probably... I think I did a better job on my mother. I did them in this big, huge scrapbook, and you probably won't... I'm going to do more... Here's my mother here. How does that look to you? There's my mother. And I had her chin too big there, so I went in with her hair. So I might need to make her hair a little bit darker over here. But I did a fast sketch of my mother and my dad. This is my dad here. My dad. And I'm getting better, but let me tell you, I've had to practice them several times over the years. I haven't quite caught them yet. I usually have to do these things 2 or 3 times before I catch their personality. Well, with Mom and Dad, I've had to do them 20 times. All right, which isn't a bad thing. Let's see, I think I want this a little lighter over here, though. Let's put some white in here. Scrape it. And where's that black? Kind of shape this up a little. And put it kind of goes like that. Comes that way, and it gets a little gray in here. I'm not sure I'm doing that right. And I know I was watching myself do this the other day, and my heat gun gets in the way of the view when I'm doing this. I'm sorry about that. What do I got? Why you get that messed up? Now let's go back to the white out. Let's work on this face a little bit more and get it a little whiter. Because he's got a pretty white face in here that I have a gray background, but do a little bit more of a controlled thing here. A little little softer in there. White's in here. So, see that black cat, that black that was on its face is really the undercoat that helps this white show up a lot more than if I were doing pure white on white. But it takes me a little time to do this. It takes me a little bit of time. He's got little fur kind of sticks out this way on him. And his face. And he's got a little bit of a gray. I don't want to mess it up too much, but he's got a little gray. Helps his nose show up a little better. Gray shadowing in here. White coming back in there. And this whiteout is going over that wax crayon that I had there. But I really like how that works, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more in here. Smooth that out a little bit more. I'll work with that area a little more. And every now and then I go over here and make sure I got a good flow on my white pen. Now this area I'm not happy with how flat that is. I'm not quite happy with how flat that is because it's fur, it's not just a black spot. I wish I had a blackout pen like I have this whiteout pen. I wish that Bic would make a blackout pen. You need a blackout pen, Bic. What do I need one of those for? To black out my cat fur. Let's see if this will work. I'm not sure this will do exactly. Help a little. Let that dry. I can get a little bit more detail with this pen. And it will go over wax if it's not a real thick layer of wax. That's not really going where I want it yet. Yeah, it's going to darken the eyes a little in here. I tend to get that one eye too. Yeah. I'm gonna, don't get scared, I'm gonna white out the eyes because I want them to be a little bit lighter. And then I'll go over them with green. This one I may not have to darken, whiten. This one I kind of got it too dark. And I think it's a little teeny bit bigger. Yeah, let's clean that off. And you kind of have to let that white out dry a little before you work with it again. So you're gonna stare at a white eyeball, and then I'm gonna make it green. Smooth that out. Now let's start shaping this fur a little bit more than just scribbly. It's kind of got some wisps in here, right in there. Kind of comes up a little. And it's not quite so raggedy. Defeated. Let's see. I have a shelf of them. New ideas get presented, and off we go. Boy, do I'm always falling behind. I identify with that because I want to do everything, Deborah. I want to do everything. And I've had in the past to say, okay, I'm doing this, but I can't do that. I've had to cut down on some things. I'm not doing as much as I want to. I'm not doing Lisa and Tanya's fairy book. And I didn't do their scrunchy book because I did their scrunchy book in, when they first started, they did a scrunchy book. So I'm not doing their scrunchy book this time, but their next book, I forgot what they're doing in June, but I liked it, and I'll do their next book. So you kind of have to pick and choose, but I'm not good at that either. All right, let's put some green in that eye. Let's put some green in that eye. Might have to melt it. And that's already getting dark. We don't want too much. And we'll let that cool a little, and then I'll go back in and put some detail on it. And what do I want here? My other pen. Let's work with that nose a little. Detail this nose a little. And it kind of comes like this. And a little bit down like that. And it's got a little bit more gray. A little bit more gray. And some kind of gray coming down this way if I can. Start detailing this. Make it look like a kitty cat eye. And we'll give that cat's eyes some sparkle here too. I think that eye is a little bit too small, but I tend to make them too big. And let's see. I'm not totally happy yet. Let's go back in with watching Stephanie last night. She was talking about these eco pens. I think I'm going to get me some eco pens. This comes out a bit more like this and rounds up on the ear here. like that. Yeah. And this area is bothering me. Let's work with this area in here. I think it needs some grayish white. There. Now it's got a sort of a gray area shadow in here where its nose is, right in here. He's got kind of a gray shadow, if I can get that worked in there. And it kind of comes down. I don't quite have this. I don't quite have this yet. Running out. No, it's just hard to see on here. I might need more black in there. I think I'm getting too close to the eye. But we'll work with it. We'll work with it. And this comes up further. It comes up a little further. And let's put some gray on the nose in here. The nose area in here. Let's get that black. Too much white in there. This way. Sometimes if I make a mistake, I'll go in and scrape out. And that just gets that top layer of wax off so I can correct it, which is what I want to do here. You know, I want a blackout pen. I want a blackout pen. I'm using my felt tip 10 plus gear here. And that eye still is not big enough for me. I might make that eye a little bigger. I'm going to work with the eye again. I'm going to work with the eye again. We're going to make it a tiny bit bigger. That eye is bigger. I'm happy with that eye. I'm not happy with this eye. It will get it. Some green in there. It's got a little bit of a yellow green. Let's get out of yellow. Let's get out of yellow, make it a yellow green. Still not quite happy with its shape. Comes down this way a little more. Some yellow in the background. If I can, I might have to melt. Now don't worry about it. I will get it. I will get it. Now we'll let that cool off a little. I'm going to work with the white a little bit more. And it has this cool cat eye. Not quite where I want it yet, but we're getting there. Let's give it a little sparkle. You give it a little sparkle, it has life. It has a little twinkle in its eye. There we go. I'm not quite done with that eye, but we'll leave it for now. And he doesn't have a lot of white in his ear. Not happy with this. I'm not happy with that yet either. I might need to get another pen out. I'm not happy with this. That gray comes down a little bit more. We're getting there. We're getting there. You never liked driving, Susan said. Well, if someone else is on the road. Ginger says, bye, Becky. Was Becky here? Was Becky here? Let's see, where's Becky? I miss Becky. Oh, thank you, Lala. Have a safe trip. Becky, you should have kept track of what you've done versus what it costs to pay a pro. Becky was quilting last night. She says, well, everyone have a great day. Well, I'm set to go. Want to get down there as soon as I can. They have 5 windows to replace today. And she was so nice to peek in and say hello before she runs off. I appreciate that, Becky. I missed you. What time is it? 7:02. I may not get this finished today. I want it to look nice before I send it off to Cheryl. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. We're getting there with it. Let's work with this eye just a teeny bit more. It may need just a little yellow yet in the eye there. And I was working with, and the ear here, over here, but kind of soften this out a little. Well, just when I want it to go white, it goes black on me. Pet that kitty's nose. And let's get that gray out again. We don't want it too gray, but a little bit more shadow under there. I'm getting there. And it'll really get there when I start putting the whiskers in, but geez, I wish I could capture that eye a little more. I'm going to put a little white in here and smooth it out. And then take my dark. I mess it up every time I do that. Take some green. It's more of a, its eye is more bulky in here than what I have it too slender. It's more bulky there. We'll come back and work on it more. I'm not happy with that eye. Not happy with it. You whiten it out again, Mary? Yep. I want to get it right. I want to get it right. And I'm going to put a little yellow in there if I can. Let's let that rest. While that's resting, let's work a little more with this area. See how that hair is kind of swishy in there? That's what I'm trying to get at. And I'm not quite there yet. I'm going to try one of these other pens. I'm not sure. I've used that one so much. That's my distress crayon. This one is fuller. I can feel it. Just get it going here. Make sure that it's going. And then up in here, it kind of is kind of coming off into the black area here short. Kind of like that. You know, fur is lots of hairs. It's a lot of little strokes going on in here. Let's work with that eye. Let's give it a cat eye here. Where's the eye? And it kind of has a brownish. I'm going to use the gray. Kind of just a little bit of gray. If I can get it in there. There. And a little bit of grays over here. Well, I'm much happier with it. And it needs to be I'm not sure I like it yet, but we're getting there on it. Let's give him a twinkle. He's got a twinkle, but he needs more of one. There's just something about that eye that's not jiving with me. Maybe it's too skinny in there. It's too skinny right here. It needs to be a little wider. Kind of like that. Now, got these cat whiskers that And up this way. See how there's shading in there? That's almost a tannish color, but we're making it gray. What am I doing to the nose? I don't have that right yet. Now Becky's driving down to their house. They've got 5 windows to replace today. But they're getting done with it. They're getting done with it. A little bit more of that blackish area in here. A little bit more. All right, now if you can see this kitty's fur, look at how it has these lines here. And it's got a big white line going up. But before we do that, I want to put in some little kitty, almost little gray pores in there. I don't know if I can get them in with that. I'm going to put them in with this and then soften them. Little kitty whisker pores. Yeah, kind of going a line. Don't want too many of them. Now let's soften them a little if I can. Yeah, I think that pen's about done for. I'm going to take a little of that white and just soften them. So you know they're there, but you can't really see them. And let's do some longer lines here. He has whiskers, but you can't. That one's almost too long, too bright. There. And, you know, he has all these little whisker hairs coming this way. And what time is it? I've got 7:14. I just got a few more minutes here. I might have to finish this tomorrow. Sometimes if I walk away from it and come back, I can see my mistakes a lot better. Or see what needs to be changed. Sometimes you get too close to your art. I want to get in those little tiny white whispers. That's really not that easy to do. Where's his? Way up on his. See, and he even has those white whispers going on in his ear up here. Like this. Almost. I'm going to soften them out a little. Yeah. What's this? Here, I want this ear over here. I'm going to soften them out. Put them in and soften them out. And then he's got some, yeah, I can can't see it very well. He's got some white whiskers kind of going up this way. Let's soften them. Put them in and then soften them down. Yeah. Now, he doesn't have a whisker here, but I think he needs one, so I'm just going to put one there. Maybe another one right in there, kind of. You can't see the ones coming this way because it's white on white. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm getting there. Now, I'm not happy with this area. Maybe I need some more whitish gray in there. Kind of, let's soften it a little. And then I'll go back in with the black again. Because see, he's got a, we can't see it because it's almost going off of the edge of the picture here. He's got more of a white coming in on this part of his body. Yeah. Well, let's go back in with the black. Sure. I think it needs more bulk out this way. Yeah. Where's my white? I want a very, very faint gray line here. So you know that I'm doing that bed sheet there. I want it very faint in there. I think I splattered some on there. We'll have to play with Crayon Splatter. If you get this hot and it gets liquidy, dip your brush in there and psh, psh, psh. Let's try that. I think I'm going to quit on this for today. I'm not done with it, but I think what I'm going to do is walk away from it for a while. This eye is getting a little dark in here. That's getting a little bit dark. Whoops, that wasn't the right thing to do. Now I messed it up. See, that's why I need to walk away. That's why I need to walk away. Where's my other pen? Here it is. There. I'm going to walk away from this and I'll finish it tomorrow. I want to do a little Crayon Splatter real fast before I leave. And I'm only leaving today because I want to go watch Daryl Eves. We're doing that 30-day challenge. He's supposed to be streaming today at, what, 8 o'clock my time. So I'm going to play with some Crayon Splatter because I just got an inspiration. So we'll come back and work with that. I'm not sure. I think the kitty's head might need a little rounding out up here. I played with that. I think I squished it down a little. I think it's a little bit more round over here. Well, in fact, I'm sure I did. Now I don't like it. Let's bring that head up a little now. A little more rounded here. Just a little more. I'll work with that some more tomorrow. So I'm almost done with it, but not quite. Not quite. And I'll put a border around here. And we'll work with this area a little bit more. Work with this area a little bit more. But sometimes if I come to a point to where... And I really messed up that eye, didn't I? Come to a point to where I get too close to it. And if I walk away, I can see things better. So that's what I'm going to do. What I want to do real quick, let's get out a piece of, yeah, I wanted cardstock. Let's get out a piece of this cardstock. I want to play with my Crayon Splatter just a teeny bit, I think, and see what I can do. And let's use this purple and maybe this orange. And what's that? I don't want to run over it. Oh. And let's melt some crayon here. And we're gonna melt it real good. Let me get this. And if you cut your papers off of your crayons with your knife, be careful because these can roll. Crayons are round and they roll. I don't want you to cut yourself. Keep your fingers out of the way. I don't want to cut myself. All right, make this real juicy. See, it's already, let's use that heat gun. Get a hold of it. Oh, the edge of the paper is keeping it. I need something more the edge of the paper won't. Well, let's smush it. Ooh, let's smush it. You can do a lot of different things. That edge of the paper was keeping it. Let's do it right on this paper. Look at that splatter. Look at that splatter. Let's do it with the purple. You have to be prepared for mess if you do this. I'm just experimenting. I haven't really done it before. Made a brown almost there. I like the splatter that I'm getting. I have to experiment with different ways. Ooh, that's nice. Let's just dip it on there with the heat gun. Oh, it blows too. It blows too and runs. I like this area. I like this area in here. That splatter. I think one could do a lot with that. But now, see, look at the back. That wax comes through. The paper's hot. That wax will come through to the back kind of like a waxy. And if you get too much on it, it will, you can actually scrape the wax off of this. Let's see. I'm not done here. Yeah, let's get out my yellow and red. Let's play some more. I'm going to leave this area alone. I like that. I want to play in here. You get a puddle. If you get a puddle, you can splatter it. Let's get a puddle here. And then hit it, and that'll splatter it. A puddle, just like you're jumping in a mud puddle. And then hit it, and that will splatter it. And I imagine you could control it a little bit more if you get good at it. Go in with some orange, red. Ooh, Got to the purple there. Look how juicy that is. You don't want to set it on fire. I don't know if you can set Crayolas on fire, but it's hot. It's hot. I don't want to mess up my splatter. I'll play with this. Woo! Mary's making a mess. I can't quite make it. Oh yeah, there it's dripping. There it's dripping. A little drip. It's not runny, but it's wax, so that's, you know, it dripped a little. It dripped a little in there. I like that. I like the experiment to see what I can do. I like that area. I don't want to mess this up because that's my splatter. Or I'd do more. I could do some stuff down in here, I guess. You need a puddle. You need a puddle to splatter in. Let's get that orange. Let's put some red in there. Would think, I'm going to have to scrape that off of my desk. I would think you would be able to use different things to splatter with. Kind of an experiment, last minute experiment. I'm going to let that cool off and I'm going to scrape this off. Scrape it off and put it on here. Becky calls these Crayola boogers. I got a kick out of that. And if you get yucky on your palette knife, you can just melt it off. Generally. Some of this is not Crayola, but it'll melt. Don't touch it because it's hot. Don't touch it after you heat it. Where's my other knife? This is not for kids. Not for kids. I wouldn't want a kid to have to do that. All right, let's put the heat gun away. What did I do this morning besides make messes? Sorry for the scrapey sound. Alrighty. I'll do something with that. Maybe melt it. Alright, so we made a mess with splatter just to see what would happen. I played in my calendar. I don't think I did anything in my journal, did I? I played in my calendar here. I did Crayola splatter. Let's hold that up. And we worked on Cheryl's kitty. Let me get Cheryl's kitty out again. Cheryl's kitty is not done yet, but we're working on her. on him. Oops. Yeah. There. Okay. Hold it here. There we are. So have a great day, everybody. This is Thursday. Lisa and Tanya will be on. Beth Schuler will be on later tonight, 6:30 or 7 Eastern. Tanya and Lisa come on at 1 Central, and I don't know if it's on Tanya's channel or Lisa's channel. I lose track of that. They've switched back and forth during different weeks. I will be on with Kathy's Worlds and Friends this afternoon. I'm not sure what she's got planned. She was asking for somebody to come on, and I said I'd come in. So we'll see what happens there. And Ann Lahr said she was going to try to stream sometime today, but she did not have a set time. Thank you, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Have a great day. Have a great day. Susan says, you might want to be careful if they are high-quality pastels with cobalt or cadmium. Hi, Ray. Bye. Oh, bye, Cindy. Jersey was in here. It's going to be 87 today. Yeah, it was warm here yesterday. I think it'll get warm. I don't know if it'll get as hot as it did yesterday. I splattered crayon on my tablet. Looks like a poppy. This one over here does, you can't see it, it's off the screen, but that one does look like a poppy over this way on this side of the piece. Let me zoom in a little. Zoom out a little, I mean. Get my coffee cup out of the way. Let me zoom out. Oh, that's as far as it'll go out there. There, now you can see it. That does look like a poppy. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And now I know how to do crayon splatter. I'm not going to splatter yin yang up, but I think he needs a little bit more work. He's not quite finished. I'm pretty happy with him. I'm not happy with my black fur. It's too flat for me. So I want to do some more with getting some. I wish I had a black whiteout pen, a blackout pen, but I don't. So I might get some thicker crayon in there. I might try to mix. That's what I want to try next is mixing some colors with crayon. You know, like get it really hot. Like I kind of, here I'm pulling this out. I kind of mixed some colors down in here with my orange and red, and it got a little brownish. Wouldn't it be neat to heat up the crayons? This I played with the splatter. I really do like this area. That does look like a poppy. You know, it'd look pretty to come in with some yellow watercolor in here and make a card out of that. That would be pretty, or even a tag or something to put in my journal. And this I'll just call experiment. But I think maybe we could play with mixing some colors with crayon, get it really hot and stir it together. I think I'll do that tomorrow. Let's stretch these crayons to their limit. All right, everybody, have a great day. Stay cool, stay safe. Take care of yourself and your family. Do some art. And then it will not always be summer, so build barns. That's what the calendar says. Bye. Have a great day.